अजी सुना, शर्मा जी ने नई बड़ी गाड़ी ले ली, हम भी बदल दे क्या?
गुड आइडिया।
आहो, शर्मा जी 3 BHK में शिफ्ट हो गए, हम भी चले क्या?
लेकिन अपने पास इतने पैसे कहाँ हैं यार?
लोन ले लो।
मैडम, शर्मा जी का नया बड़ा टीवी देखा क्या? IPL देखने में क्या मजा आएगा।
सुना, बहुत महंगा है।
अरे क्रेडिट कार्ड का भी काम आएगा।
Welcome back to my channel. I am Prerna and I am on a mission to make India talk about money without any taboo. So by now you must be knowing that I love to talk about money and especially the topics which are considered to be taboo in India. So on the same lines, today I am going to talk about 28 mistakes which are ruining the financial life of Indian people. Number 1 is no idea of what your net worth is. Net worth is equal to asset minus liabilities. That is all the things which give you money fall under asset category and all the things towards which you pay money fall under liabilities. So many of us are in the negative net worth throughout our life without any idea. Number 2 is having no idea of power of compounding. People say I've just started earning, I want to live my life for next 2 to 3 years and then I'll see what to do about investing. Especially the people who have got their job at the age of 21, 22, they think 25 would be a cool enough age to start investing. No. Number 3 is buying stocks on the basis of hearsay. Please, people in the market are not fortune tellers and they are not going to tell you which company is going to make a stock just by seeing it. You need to do your own analysis and for which you need to understand the market properly. Number 4, not using your credit cards wisely. So yes, I do not say that you do not use your credit cards, but the idea is do not fall into a loop of having 10,000 credit cards with you. I know, way too much of exaggeration, but yeah, do not have that 10 to 20 credit cards with you all the time so that you can just go on a shopping spree with all those credit cards. Similarly, you can use those credit cards wisely while making a purchase so that you can get a cash returns or a rewards on that which you can redeem while traveling or for any other purposes while shopping. Number 5 is being a victim of a lifestyle inflation. Suppose you bought a Samsung Note 9 today and within a year or 6 months Samsung Note 10 is introduced in the market and you immediately go and buy it because it shows it has a lot of added features, and immediately after that 1 year Samsung 11 gets introduced in the market or launched in the market and you go and buy that. So that makes you a victim of a lifestyle inflation because you are constantly investing into things which are not adding any material value and that are definitely not the assets to you. So next is buying during sales. Guys, you are saving nothing by shopping during sales. In fact, you are investing more what you have planned to. Suppose you went to buy one jeans for 1500 budget and when you went to the shop you saw there is another additional jeans at 2200 or 2500. Oh wow, it makes so much sense to buy 2 jeans at 2500 then one at 1500. No, you needed one jeans, buy one jeans, you will save $1000. Next is buying a car, a house, going on a vacation just because of a societal pressure, because your friends are doing it, you too are doing it. Big mistake. Please don't do that. Assess your net worth as discussed earlier. Next is, of which I am as well a guilty of, that is partying your ass off on the weekend. That I have worked so hard on the weekdays, I deserve it. No, you deserve a relaxed time at your pace. You don't deserve a party where you spend 3 to 4K on a restaurant and you get nothing out of it. Next is having zero track of your cash flows. No budgeting, not knowing how much you are spending in which segment. When you are spending, you are just keeping your wallets full or the credit cards handy for all kind of payment. No. Budget every month, keep track of your cash flows. Next is not building your emergency fund right from the beginning of the day you get your job. Emergency fund comes very handy in the situation like recession or what happened to us in the last year during pandemic when people lost their job. If you have an emergency fund build up for next 6 months, it is going to help you survive for those 6 months and find a job which is suitable for you rather than giving it into a kind of job which you just need to take out of emergency or urgency. Next is not buying a medical insurance stating that it costs too much. Guys, if you are doing that, you are doing a big blunder because God forbid if you land in a hospital, those even a small hospital today charges you a bomb and their cost is going to hit your pocket very badly. God forbid you if you don't have that much money accumulated with you by the time you are in the hospital, it is going to be a real risk. So make sure you buy an insurance not just for yourself but all the family members as soon as you land in your job. Okay, this one I cannot emphasize enough. People will tell you to earn more money, invest more money, save more money, but no one will talk about why. That is your goals, and that is why I like the concept of FIRE, of which I have talked detailed in this video. You can watch that. Having a goal is so important when you are having your financial journey, and I've seen most of the people in India do not have any goal in their mind. They are just running towards money to have more money in their bank account, but they are not certain what they are going to do with that money. Next is having no side income and relying on one source of income. When digital world has taken us all over the place and the pandemic has hit us so bad, we all know how difficult it is to rely on one source of income because there are high chances of people losing their job. So always make sure what your passion is and towards what you can work so that you can earn money as well. Next is investing in a traditional manner and not diversifying your portfolio, like investing entirely in a real estate, stock market, or only in gold can affect you in a time of need. No industry perform in the same manner at all the times, so you need to diversify your portfolio to take benefit of all the times. Okay, again this one is my favorite. Spending way too much on your wedding will give you nothing. You will just call 400, 500, 1000 people for a dinner who might not remember you after 1 year. So please stop spending that huge 50 lakh, 40 lakh on your wedding. Even 15 lakh is too much according to me. Buying excessive physical gold in the name of investment. I know there are a lot of Indians yet who buy a lot of gold jewelry during weddings or any specific occasion in the name of investment, as it's going to give a great value in the future. No, if you still want to invest in a gold, consider digital gold. If you don't have much idea about it, leave a comment below. I will be more than happy to make a video on a digital gold investment. Okay, so next one is not knowing your financial appetite. Investing way too much or way too less is both critical towards your financial goal. So understand how much appetite you have for the risk and how much money you can put in the market, so that if you have an emergency, you don't need to withdraw it immediately. So your emergency fund should not be a part of your investment. Next is mixing the insurance with the investment. Please don't buy the plans which have both the coverage together. If you are planning to invest separately and buy an insurance separately. The reason for that is it is not going to give you the kind of returns which you are expecting from the kind of amount invested. Next is considering frugal is cheap. Oh my god guys, I can have an entire video on this. Our parents used to live frugal, our grandparents used to live frugal, and they were not cheap. You are not living a cheap life. Considering to live by your means does not make you live cheap, and please stop adding that taboo to it. So next is wanting a quick returns, easy returns, fast returns, and having zero patience. You want to invest some money and you want it to grow double or 10 times within a year or two. It does not work like that. You need to keep patience. If you're not keeping patience, you will be losing more money rather than making money. So next is depending upon your spouse for all the financial decisions. I'm not talking about any specific gender here. You could be a housewife or a house husband, and you have given all the responsibility to your spouse as you are busy making the house a nice place. There could be times when you need to take charge and you are not ready. At least be ready to take charge when the emergency comes. That is very important. Okay, our next one is, which is the entire concept and the base of this channel, is talking or considering talking about money as a taboo. People think when they discuss about their salary, people think when they discuss about having more income avenues, it shows that they do not have enough money, and that make them look cheap. Guys, this is the biggest taboo which we have around us. There are people who do not want to spend that much money on a baby or not want to spend so much money on buying a house, but they have to, because if they discuss all this matter, this is considered to be a taboo. So please just openly talk about your money issues with others and accept others talking about those issues, so that this place can be more conducive and this topic is no more considered as taboo. Okay, and yes, on that note, if you like this video up till now, please give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel for more such videos in the future. Okay, next is, I think, is a lack of discipline, which is a very common problem in India. People splurge money or invest money based on what society says, and there the problem arises. So be disciplined about what you want want and how much you want. Don't give in to all those societal pressures for that, okay? Not learning enough about managing money, investing money, saving money, and everything in a whole right from the day of your college, because these are things which are never taught on in your college. The kind of choices you make is the kind of money you are going to make out of it. So learn to manage and understand it better right from the college. Next is not taking action. Now you have learned about stock market, you have learned how to manage money, you have understood to keep patience and discipline, but you are not taking action. If after knowing everything you are not taking action, it makes no sense and it's going to take you nowhere. So the last 2 points are not understanding the concept of FIRE and not knowing your FIRE number. So FIRE stands for financial independence and retire early. And guys, trust me, this concept is going to change your whole perspective about retirement, independence, money and everything. I have discussed everything in detail in this video. Watch this and I'm sure you're gonna love this and you definitely want to pursue this. So with that, we have come to an end of this video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.